So Ian, as we look out over this pond here, there's obviously a weed issue that is going on. What type of weed is it, and how did it happen, and how do you manage it going forwards?
Yeah, so this weed here is Azolla. It's a very fast growing weed. It came in after 8 mils of rain in March and basically took over the entire dam within about 7 days. Managing it is going to be very difficult. Obviously spraying it, it'll fall into the water and create excess nitrates in the water, which will then obviously make it more susceptible to redevelopment. Getting rid of every little bit is going to be very difficult, and obviously the speed at which it spreads will allow it to come back quite quickly.
So Ian, just in regards to your water quality and where you source it from, to start with, where do you get your water from for your irrigation?
Yeah, so the main irrigation water comes from the Nepean River. We have a licence to pump from there. We have a good amount of it. The problem is often the quality. It can get up quite high in salts. We also have stormwater runoff. The water that comes off the surrounding area from Glenmore Park is of really low quality. A lot of clay and things like that still in the water when it comes down here and then settles in our ponds, which is unfortunate. High salt as well.
Just on those water issues you were discussing and quality being an issue, from a turf management perspective, how does that impact on what you do on your day-to-day and your agronomics on the green? Does that have massive implications on what you need to do there to counteract the poor quality?
Yeah, the high sodium levels in the water is extremely frustrating. With the older greens, a lot of them don't actually have drainage in them, so there's no way to flush the salt through the profile. So we try to manage it as best we can with gypsum applied at renovations. There is also pythium in the water, which basically means we're applying it every time we irrigate, which can be extremely frustrating as well. That means we have a very tight fungicide program, like I said earlier, with the fortnightly signature.
So Ian, as we were just discussing, the pythium actually comes onto the property with really high O-spore counts, obviously making it very challenging for you. Applying pythium to your greens, how do you manage that? Obviously the use of some fungicides, I'm guessing, but what kind of fungicide program do you have to implicate it in the summer when you are applying a lot of this water that is high in O-spores?
Yep, so we start the program very early with basically trying to wipe out prior to our spring reno with products like Terrazole and Banol to wipe out the O-spores that are developed during the winter period, and then we're on a full preventative program for the entire summer. We also use potassium phosphide as a fertiliser as well to use as a preventative as well.